All right, we'll be back from the break. Business Today does continue. Now, we look at matters rising non-performing loans. In spite of the reforms made to the sector, non-performing loans in Uganda's commercial banking sector have shown a positive trend. In addition to hindering loan expansion, the non-performing loans has also led to the failure and liquidation of a few commercial banks in the financial space. Understanding the causes of the non-performing loans in Uganda's commercial banking industry is essential in light of this particular report. Rona Nahabwe with more.
Banks are obligated to classify a loan as a non-performing loan under the Financial Institution Act of 2016, which states that this must happen when a borrower misses at least 90 days of interest or principal payments. Non-performing loans as a percentage of total gross loans in commercial banks were 5.3% in the quarter ending June 2022, down from 5.72% in the quarter ending March 2022. That's according to the Bank of Uganda Financial Stability Review. This decrease will inevitably continue to rise. At the end of 2021, Tropical Bank had at least 31% of its total loans classified as NPLs, followed by DFCU Bank with 18%, EcoBank with 15.3%, ABSA with 15%, and NCBA with 10%. The remaining banks' percentages were under 10%. The General Director of Finance Trust Bank claims that this growth is being driven by clients who opt to change their borrowing goals and those who have bad saving practices.
The solution to non-performing assets in the bank, I think, basically lies with the customers. The bank does its assessment at the time when we are appraising the facility. Everything looks okay. But along the way, we have also noted with concern that customers default. The causes of default mainly are from the fact that sometimes customers divert the funds we've given them to needs that don't conform to the original purpose of the loan. That is number one, the reason why some loans get to default. Other than that is that Ugandans are not into the culture of using their bank accounts. If you use your account by saving on a daily, on a monthly, on a weekly, by the time the bank is going to take its installment, you have that money. So default will not be anywhere. And it's important that people know that default is a bad thing. Why? Because now we are under the bureau. And when you are under the bureau, if your credit history is distorted, no bank will be able to fund you.
Given the following, a global rural banking platform that offers inexpensive financing recommends bankers to assist some of their clients who struggle with understanding the notion of borrowing because it is a widespread issue.
Oxfin International, we do the financial literacy. We teach them how to open their account, what is the importance of their account, and then because we've already organized the farmers, we've done the village saving, the in-village saving. So after that, we're going to take them to linkages. So we invite the banks to help us open up the account after sensitizing them about the financial and non-financial.
Bank of Uganda established the Emergency Liquidity Assistance, where banks can access lower interest funds to meet financing needs of customers. Rona Nahabwe, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.
And now the next report takes us to the relevance of cyber security. Small and medium-sized enterprises have been trained and urged to practice the right cyber security hygiene for their personal safety in the wake of heightened attacks. It is estimated that Uganda loses over 15 billion Ugandan shillings in cybercrime, data breaches, fraud and non-financial loans. Naomi Mutumba reports.
The financial industry is undergoing significant change, from automated teller machines to mobile and online banking, and criminals are not sleeping as they increasingly exploit customers' ignorance to their advantage. According to estimates, cybercrime in Uganda costs the country more than 15 billion shillings a year in non-financial losses, fraud, and data breaches. Experts claim that since then, the number has increased.
I think as the students' body, you either, if you have not already worked on an e-commerce project, you might be working on one, or you have someone working on one. Why? Because in any business, we think about scalability, right? Scalability means that how easy is it for me to sell 1, 2, 3, 10, multiply my sales quickly, and therefore we have to embrace technology. But then, you as a young business that is thinking about scaling and therefore embracing e-commerce, you have not considered security. You find a young lady who is selling her shoes online, she has built herself a small e-commerce platform, gets hacked, and her mobile wallet is emptied in a minute.
The Cybersecurity Career Week focuses on interesting the public to pursue careers in cybersecurity that will help small and medium enterprises to build strong systems.
We are working with, we're helping people to appreciate the need for cybersecurity. Our objective is to drive interest and conversations around cybersecurity such that businesses, professionals, individuals can, one, pick interest in cybersecurity, two, start applying the right controls in their businesses to protect themselves, and most importantly, can we start building a culture that can protect ourselves from cybersecurity overall. Why? We are at a time where technology has become a core function of our day-to-day work.
The relevance of this cybersecurity is that it helps to create awareness within the public and also the customers at large to make sure that they are protected in terms of transacting online as well as doing the physical transactions, let's say on ATMs, the POS machines, doing other TGSs. So cybersecurity awareness will also help them to understand the dangers of stealing their money without their knowledge.
Uganda is making progress in its efforts to battle cybersecurity issues, but one of the obstacles is the shortage of professionals in the field, which the Uganda Communications Commission says needs to be fixed.
Considering that I'm going to partake a master's in cybersecurity, this gives me like an insight of what to expect when I go to school. Like there are different things that I actually didn't know, the different terminologies.
Of us were in the field of IT. Most of the things we do are usually software, building software systems. And one of the key things in softwares is security. So if there is no security, then there's no purpose of building softwares, because there are things that can be easily penetrated, like our financial information, our account information, different things that are on the system that we build.
The Computer Misuse Amendment Bill 2022, which President Museveni signed into law, might punish individuals who breach the privacy of others as means of combating cybercrime. However, experts believe that raising awareness is preferable to passing legislation.
Looking at how do we get them inspired into the cybersecurity space. Yes, well, the Computer Misuse Act directly affects and is part of the cybersecurity and data privacy. The act, which came in 2011, was designed to protect users from things like cyberbullying, things like hacking. So in that case, whenever someone is implicated against a Computer Misuse Act for hacking, they would then face a certain amount of time in jail or pay penalties. However, the amendment, to me, really, I would not think of it as something that was necessary. That's my opinion.
The Computer Misuse Act has been updated in light of the development of technology and the rise in cybercrime to reflect these developments, as well as the growing and increasing sophisticated nature of cybercrime. Naomi Mtumba, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.
Well then, the World Savings Day is celebrated on the 31st of October. This is done in an effort to raise awareness of the value of bank savings and rebuild public faith in various banks. In order to better equip the journalists, Diamond Trust Bank has created a financial literacy program that emphasizes retirement planning, savings and putting necessities above wants. This and more, Mary Goretti Nachiganda.
Financial literacy is the vehicle we're using. So today we are training journalists to know how to manage their own resources. That if I get a little money, how do I use it to be able to sustain myself tomorrow? When I have medical needs in future, where do I go to? We are saying that the responsibility of your financial needs is yours and yours alone. Don't look at someone else on the outside. Look at yourself. ask yourself.
Financial literacy is the capacity to comprehend and apply a range of financial competencies such as personal financial management, budgeting, savings, loans management, and investment. To be able to handle money effectively while taking into account one's economic and social conditions, one must possess the knowledge, abilities, and confidence to do so. The Savings Financial Capability Report 2020 states that 0.7% of Ugandans save for leisure, 43.9% save to consume, 21% save to meet goals, and only a few people can survive in the event that they lose their source of income.
One of the statistics we have shared today is that only 8.6% of adults in Uganda can sustain their lives in the event that they lost their source of employment. So it is absurd that over 91.4% would actually find it difficult to survive in the event that they lost their jobs. So we are emphasizing that for everything you earn, save something. Save a portion of all the income you are blessed to receive. That said, we are emphasizing the issue of save first before you spend. So
according to the Uganda National Household Survey 2019-2020, 80.7% admitted that they save to start their own businesses, 19.3% used their savings to grow their businesses, and 51.5% cited a lack of finance as a key challenge to business growth. As World Savings Day draws near, Bank of Uganda is also taking the initiative to inform and empower the general public on savings.
So this is the period where we really emphasize the aspect of saving. And one of the key activities that we are going to emphasize through your regulated financial institutions is to save as soon as you get any money. And we are emphasizing too that every money counts. You're going to listen to our campaigns under the theme of we are looking at saving 1 shilling at a time, and you start small, but ultimately this money can grow big. And of course, we are also emphasizing the issue of being green smart, so that even as we are saving this money, we are able to preserve our surroundings, our environment, and at the end of it all, we are able to attain our various life goals. So yes, listen in the event that Bank of Uganda or your financial institution calls you for an activity relating to saving, please come in.
Due to the vast numbers of people they can reach, journalists have been singled out for this financial literacy gospel and should act as change agents in society.
Very important members of society that also communicate this information to people. Yes, we want them to communicate to the people, but also to be that good example to society. You cannot be a good example when you're talking about financial wealth, people who are rich, when you're not rich yourself. And that's why we're saying, journalists, hey, pick this information, go tell it on the mountain and everywhere.
Tilda Nabanja discusses one of the strategies to promote saving in order to prepare Uganda's youth who are largely lacking a savings habit.
Most importantly, we are also going to have what we call the Savings Challenge. So visit your institution and ask about the Savings Challenge, whereby we are emphasizing that try to save for something in a period of 12 months. And your institution is going to guide you to see that you too can achieve various goals. So in these unprecedented times, it is key for us to start planning today, because the onus is on us to be able to plan for our money well, invest our money well, be able to grow the money that we have in our lives. And
Mary Great Nachiganda, Business Today, Smart 24 TV, driving business.
And now we look at digital contract sharing platforms. As the versatile multi-card, one of Uganda's most recent creations, uses near-field communication technology to change and digitalize the sharing of contact information. The business people won't need to regularly print and buy paper cards. But what does this mean for the other individuals who work in the business card printing industry in the future? We discuss more and have more highlights with this particular report.
Digital business card can be used for clock in, clock out, can be used as a company ID and for restricted access. So you have one card doing over 4 things for your organization. reducing your operational costs by over 90%. I mean, you don't have to buy paper cards all the time. It's the last business card you'll ever buy.
One of the best ways to develop oneself is through effective networking, and sharing contacts is frequently the initial step in networking. The first form of marketing is frequently the exchange of business cards. These demonstrate that you are a serious and professional business person. A well-designed business card can help you earn recommendations, and normally, business cards are printed on thick paper, but because of how quick the world is developing, Uganda is fortunate to have a digital business card emerge.
I saw the NFC tech somewhere, so I decided to build a product around it. Yeah, so we made a prototype with my colleagues. There's Olga Rita Bossa and Innocent Quizera. So we came up with the prototype, we tested it, and then it worked. And then we did our MVP, and then we rolled out on 21st February.
Commonly used today is the paper business card that's tailored according to the customer's needs. These are usually either plastic or paper cards.
Usual papers, but some are laminated, some are also plastic. This bundle, there are 100. These ones are on 20,000. And for the plastic, 100 are on, like, it depends, 80.
This type of technology is already in use in the first world nations, and unlike conventional business cards that you constantly have to buy, it saves time and money because you don't need to be physically present to buy the card. Instead, all it takes to access your information is a QR code scan or an NFC tap. This innovation is governed by NITA Uganda and has servers in Amazon Web Services in the US, providing a guarantee of data security and privacy.
You just tap on the phone like this, so it brings a notification, and it has all your social media credentials, where you work, everything. So literally, when someone taps here, it takes them to your social media handles in real time. Yeah. So how to get enrolled on Multicard? You create an account on multicard.com, and then we get your credentials, then we program your card and deliver it. Yeah. A card goes for 45,000 shillings. It comes with a subscription of 1 month for free. After 1 month, you begin paying subscription of 1,000 shillings a month, or 12,000 a year for the business. For the basic package. Meaning, you're literally spending 12,000 shillings on business cards per year, as compared to you buying a pack of 100 cards at 40,000. They get done, then you make an order, they get done. So literally, if you replace your paper cards like thrice a year, you're spending 120,000 shillings on paper cards, of which you're going to share them out there to people. They're either going to put them in their pocket or their laptop bags.
With this new innovation, printers in the industry are facing uncertainty, claiming that demand would slowly decline, leaving them no choice but to hunt for alternative survival strategies. However, Ivan Kanyerezi admits that this is such a good concept that would advance the nation while still protecting the environment.
To me, using printing, I think it will affect me because I will not be able to print out because as per now, customers come for hundreds and hundreds of cards for their people. So if people start to embrace that kind of card, we don't have more market for these printed ones. As it is that you have to embrace digital technology and the digital world, I'm sure it is a good idea. To the environment, that is, we go green for that. Because here we print papers, and if people are not careful, they will litter them anyhow. So for the digital card, I'm sure it is good.
A digital business card is a good alternative to paper business cards with double the benefit. It saves one from tremendous amount of time and money spent to print, and it also saves the environment. Marigoret Nachiganda, Business Today. Smart 24 TV, driving business.
All right, now lastly, we look at employment and skills, as research experts have emphasized the need to increase internship and apprenticeship periods of businesses, technical, vocational and university students. They say that this will enable students to gain employable skills and work environment ethics. Edison Mumbere with the report.
According to BTVET Strategic Plan 2011 to 2022, the current BTVET curriculum do not produce a skilled workforce Uganda needs to compete in the international market. Based on the Youth Employment and Skills Multi-Country Study by Economic Policy Research Center, less than 40% of the large and medium firms regard BTVET courses as relevant.
We need to be open to increasingly bring on board apprenticeships within employment institutions, and as government to foster this. For internship programs, they say they are too short, but probably we can go apprenticeship for these guys who have come out from these training institutions.
Data from Uganda Bureau of Statistics 2018 indicate that Uganda is grappling with the challenge of youth underemployment to a tune of 27% and unemployment at 9.4%. Many young people who are considered to have jobs are only trapped in survivalist activities characterized by poor pay. Could this be as a result of how the national curriculum is implemented?
Curriculum that we have had for quite some time has been emphasizing knowledge acquisition. Yet the world of work needs skills. So when you acquire a lot of knowledge from your schooling program, primary through up to university, you come back to the world of employment and it needs skills, definitely you will not have the required employable skills.
The problem with employment in the country is less of a supply side problem. It's not, for me, I don't think it's an issue of skills. Ugandans have skills, but the problem has been the size of our economy. There were a number of bottlenecks. Energy was a problem. Roads were a problem, but these have now been fixed, and I believe that the potential of the economy to grow and create employment is going to be unlocked by the interventions that government has made. One little thing that we need to tweak is the issue of access to low-cost patient capital. Interest rates are still high. When that is done, businesses will be started, they will thrive, and labor will be demanded.
In Uganda, the existing policy on skilling in education is Technical and Vocational Education and Training, BTVET, which was designed to address the skills shortage and respond to an employment challenge. But does BTVET respond to these challenges?
So now the on-job training is very critical. And we need to expand this for even as employers, not to kutomera, you know, what it means hitting the block when you get in somebody, because probably you say you're so attracted to the grades on ground, but the person can't perform. So apprenticeship programs allow you to observe, and the person also to see themselves, their self-worth in terms of the job market, what it avails, because you are having an on-job practical experience. So in this regard, you'll be paying some money, but at the end of the day, as an employer, you can also sieve out whether you need to go with this person or not. Then, but they'll still be giving you a service. But it can be a cheaper service, but at the end of the day, it will cost you less in the long run. The vibe that you get in these internship programs. So it's well, the government has planned internship, but it's not widespread. Probably it's being enforced more in public institutions to undertake internship. But a few of the private sector still bring this because it's a cost. It's a cost to this private sector who are profit-oriented to, again, diversify the internship programs. But evidence is very clear that there are no skills that are right for any even employer, that everyone is going to have the right skills, that at that time when you advertise for this job, that everything is ready-made for you. As employers, we also have to take in extra initiatives to do this aspect beyond internship, what we call apprenticeships.
The 2012 to 2013 to 2021 to 22 BTVET strategic plan notes that employers in Uganda often complain about the shortage of appropriately skilled and qualified workers. According to the Curriculum Review Report 2016, Uganda's secondary education has been accused of being theoretical that do not produce employable skills. Bedson Mumbere, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.
And many thanks for being part of Business Today. I've been Jerupol Sonko with Winnie Williams and Akauchi on Sign Language. We've been coming to you live from Plot 42, Nile Avenue. This has been the bulletin for Thursday, the 20th of October, 2022. And this is Smart 24 TV. Keep your eyes glued here as we continue to drive your business. Have a blessed night. Good evening.